Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a modern-day ghost story. And honestly, it's playing out right under our noses, literally every single day. We're going to talk about your personal data. You know, the intimate details of our daily lives? Well, it's still being secretly collected, packaged, and sold off to the highest bidder. And the wildest part? This is happening completely despite all those modern privacy regulations that we all thought were finally keeping us safe.
So what if your data is still being sold? Right now, we kind of navigate the internet with a certain level of comfort, right? We see those pop-up privacy policies, we hear about the regulations, and we just naturally assume we're guarded. But I really want to challenge that assumption today. I want to challenge your sense of digital safety, because what if I told you that right now, at this exact second, your information is moving through networks you don't even know exist? Okay, let's dive into this.
Section 1, the GDPR illusion. We all expected the General Data Protection Regulation, the GDPR, to be this, ultimate shield against endless data harvesting. But the reality? Yeah, your data is still relentlessly collected, packaged, and sold. It's happening right behind the friendly facades of those brightly colored apps we use every single day. You open an app to check the weather or play a quick game, and you think you're just interacting with that app, right? But behind that digital curtain, a completely different transaction is taking place, often without you even having a clue. So who exactly is conducting these transactions in the shadows? Let's pull that curtain back.
Section 2, the hidden data network.
We're talking about data brokers. This is essentially a hidden network operating entirely in the shadows of our digital infrastructure. Their entire reason for existing, like their fundamental business model, comes down to 3 really simple steps. First, they track what you do, every click, every single swipe. Second, they build a profile of exactly who you are, based on those actions. And third, they sell that profile. To advertisers, sure, of course, but also to insurers and honestly, almost anyone who's willing to pay their asking price. They are, quite literally, trading in the commodity of you.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how they build these profiles. It's through an overwhelming web of surveillance. We're not just talking about basic browser cookies or simple digital trackers here. No. They cross-reference the loyalty cards you scan at the grocery store with the constant GPS pings from your phone, and then they tie the whole shebang together with supposedly anonymous analytics. When you combine all these scattered, disparate data points, yeah, any illusion of anonymity completely evaporates. Just consider this reality for a second. One app knows where you sleep, another knows exactly what you buy, and a third knows what you search when you can't sleep at 2 a.m. Which, let's be real, is usually WebMD telling us our mild headache is some rare tropical disease, right? But when data brokers put these isolated puzzle pieces together, it creates a disturbingly accurate, incredibly intimate picture of your entire life. So the obvious question you should be asking right now is, if regulations like the GDPR exist, why is this deeply invasive profiling still happening perfectly legally?
That brings us to Section 3, loopholes and dark patterns.
Because look, while the GDPR definitely slowed the massive data trade down, it absolutely did not kill it. The workaround? Dark patterns. These are intentional, highly manipulative design choices made by tech companies. They use incredibly vague consent pop-ups that make it deliberately confusing to just hit opt-out. And they draft these complex, overly technical privacy policies that no normal human being actually has the time to read. These are loopholes, plain and simple. They're engineered to keep your data flowing out of your devices and straight into the hands of brokers, all while legally claiming they have your consent. It effectively keeps you completely in the dark. I know, this paints a pretty bleak picture. But the good news is we can actually step out of the dark.
Which leads perfectly into Section 4, reclaiming your digital privacy. So the crucial point is taking action. We really aren't powerless in this equation. It's all about systematically choking off their data supply. Let's walk through it. Step 1, audit those app permissions. You know for a fact that random mobile game doesn't actually need access to your microphone or your GPS. Step 2, default to privacy-focused browsers and search engines that flat out refuse to track those 2 a.m. queries. Step 3, hard disable ad tracking right at the OS level on your devices. Just cut off the data supply at the source. And Step 4, weaponize your legal rights. Demand to see the data they hold on you and force them to delete it. Because here's the bottom line. Your data fuels a multi-billion-dollar hidden economy. But your identity? That is not a product. It's time we start treating our personal privacy like it actually matters. Because to the brokers tracking you, it absolutely does. Their entire business model literally relies on our apathy. Which leaves us with one final thought to close out our explainer today. We always hear that classic argument, right? Well, I don't care if they track me. I've got nothing to hide. But consider this. If you've truly got nothing to hide,
Why is your digital profile worth so much money to them? Why are they going to such incredible hidden links just to acquire it? Think about that the next time you blindly click accept. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I highly encourage you to share this with anyone in your life who still believes their data isn't worth protecting.